Hello students. In this series of Business Organization and Environment video lecture, I, Shilpi Kavita from International School of Management, Patna, is going to explain the concept of division of labor. Division of labor word has been developed along with the scientific management. When we produce goods and services based on scientific lines, division of labor has to be incorporated. So now the question arises, what is division of labor? Division of labor means that the main process of production is split up into many simple parts, and each part is taken by different workers who are specialized in the production of that specific part. We feel that, and we know also that division of labor is really needed for a efficient production, for a production which should be in which the cost should be reduced. Because when we work according to the specialization of work and division of labor, the production is increased and the cost is reduced. Nowadays, production has become so technical and complex that different workers are put to different tasks according to their capacity and ability. I'll give you one example of division of labor, a very simple example that when we go for a shirt making industry, the person who is skilled or opt for sewing will sew the shirt. The person who needs a work according to his skill, he goes for cutting, and the person who knows how to pack that shirt will go for packaging. So all the three process has been divided according to the skill. So one becomes specialized in the production of those goods for which he or she is best suited. Different workers perform different parts of production on the basis of their specialization. The result is that goods come to the final shape with the cooperation of many workers. And there are different forms of division of labor, but I have discussed only the three main importance. First is occupational or simple division of labor. Second is division of labor into complete process or complex division of labor. And third is territorial or geographical division of labor. So when we talk about the simple division of labor, we find it that teachers, doctors, merchant brokers, there are many such of division of people in society according to occupation or trades. In this, each individual takes a particular type of occupation for which he is best suited. And this is called simple division of labor. The example which I have given about the shirt making industry is an example of division of labor into complete process or complex division of labor. So when the entire work in production of a community is divided into different process and each process is allotted to different persons, it is called process of specialization. Under process specialization, there is division, and each division of process is undertaken by one person. And this division of labor is implied as complex division of labor. Like I had given the example of shirt making industry, one person will go for cutting, the other for sewing, and the third for packaging. And the territorial or geographical division of labor is based on the importance and utilization of natural resources, especially like we find that there's cotton textiles in Ahmedabad and Bombay, then jute industry in Kolkata. So they reap the benefit of the fuller utilization natural resources which are found in their location. So in that way, and climatic conditions also matters a lot. So this is called localization of industries. Under this, when a particular place or region is specialized in a particular industry or in the production of a particular commodity, it is called territorial or geographical division of labor. Now, when we talk about the advantage of division of labor, so every stakeholder of the production of goods or service is benefited. It is advantageous to producers, it is advantageous to consumers, the laborers, and not to be mentioned, natural. When these three get benefited, the nation as a whole will develop and it will benefit. We talk about the producers. So producers have a benefit of increase in production. They get reduction in cost of production because of the specialization. Then they get maximum utilization of machinery because the skilled workers know how to utilize the machines, how to operate that machines. Time is reduced. Then inventions are also encouraged because when you specialize anything, you get your creativity enters there, and the goods of superior quality is produced because the standardization process is also introduced, and best selection of workers, and all this will naturally increase the profit because cost is reduced and there is large scale production. The producers are benefit with this. When we talk about laborers, the laborers get work according to their skill and they get And when you get a work according to your skill, your efficiency also increases. Your mobility also increases. When you are a skilled worker, you have got opportunities to get employed in many works, which according to your skill and specialization. You know how to operate the machines, you work according to your taste, your time is also reduced, and training time and money is also reduced because you have specialized in the work. You don't need any further training for that. And there is development of international trade and spirit of cooperation among workers. Spirit of cooperation among workers means the work is divided into different processes. So each process, the work is interdependent. So there, until unless there is a cooperation among workers, the work cannot be done fully. Which I had given you the example of shirt making industry, the cutting, the sewing, the packaging. So in all these three, the laborers are interdependent. When the laborers and consumers and producers are benefited, naturally the advantage to nation cannot be denied. There is full utilization of natural resources. There is an increase in the number of efficient organizers, and the whole index of economic growth. The economic growth is there because production is increased, cost is reduced, profit increases. With the increase in profit, the payment to the factors of production also increases. With this, the demand increases, supply increases, investment increases, and there is whole economic growth with the increase in GDP and GNP. So every concept or every theme or everything has got disadvantage also. So we'll discuss some disadvantage to producers, that there is overproduction, there is loss of responsibility because they get more dependent on the workers. The evils of factory system increases because large scale production, many workers are employed and their working conditions sometimes are neglected, and there is increased dependence on machines and administrative difficulties and industrial dispute. Because when the division of labor is there the production increases, the number of workers increase, people get employed, the workers' strength increases. With this, the bargaining power, the industrial disputes, everything is there. So there is a administrative difficulties. Whenever the production is done on a large scale with division of labor, you have to manage it very effectively and efficiently. And sometimes the producers get or struck here. When we talk to disadvantage to consumers, they cannot get variety of products because there is a scientific line of production. Because of standardization, every product is a similar product. Then division of labor also kills creative instinct and dependence on others for satisfaction of wants. As we talk about the laborers, they get a monotony of work, the same work being done time again to again. They sometimes they fear of unemployment also because they get skill in one process only. So if they go for another, if a person who is skilled in cutting in a shirt making industry cannot go to a shoe industry, so they get restricted. So that is why there is a fear of unemployment. Then mobility of labor is also reduced because you have to stick according to skill and according to the industry to which you have specialized. Their creative pleasure is killed because of monotony work. The same work is being done time and again. There is lack of responsibility. One labor thinks that the only responsibility is of his own processes. Like and time and again, I'm giving the example of shirt making industry. So the cutting person will think, oh, my job is only for cutting. I can't, why should I think for packaging or sewing? So there is lack of responsibility. He is responsible only to the work he is assigned. And needless to say, exploitation of labor is there when, because large scale production is there are many workers, the evils of factory system sets in. Then disadvantage to nation, sometimes it gives birth to a monopoly situation. When you start producing on large scale and you start capturing the market, then a monopoly like situation starts coming on. Then there is maximum production leads to depression in the country. Sometimes overproduction leads to depression in the country because if there is overproduction and there is lack of demand, then it creates a glut of commodities, the prices fall down, the investment comes down, the GDP goes down, and a depression like situation sets in the industry. With this, we will be ending this division of labor discussion. that now these are the problems and how can we remove? We can create a place for the monotony of work can to be avoided, so that we should reshuffle the laborers time to time. Then psychological satisfaction of work is to be sacrificed. There is risk of unemployment also, and it causes lack of responsibility, and it increases the mobility of labor. So division of labor is no doubt attended with a number of drawbacks, but the advantage has outweighed the disadvantage. The evils can be minimized by shortening the hours of work and providing more leisure to the worker. It is no longer possible, nor it is desirable to do away with the system. So division of labor is beneficial to the workers, to the producers, to the society as a whole. And we all know that division of labor is necessitated for a good system of production of goods and services. Thank you.